Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. My presence here today is necessary, so that I can confirm with you the meditation on the 12 or 12 portal, on the next 12th. The meditation will take place at 8 p.m. here in Brazil. I hope you can participate. Yes, there will be a time shift. This month has been a month of a lot of energy, a very atypical month. A lot of very high vibrational energy is arriving on the planet. And each of you is physically feeling the arrival of such vibrations, tiredness, heaviness, aching body. And as we have often said here, drink lots of water. Each frequency that arrives is triggering the process in your cells, nothing more, nothing less than the activation of all parts of your DNA that are blocked. This type of reaction is not the same for everyone. Some of you have already released a large part, others will release it very slowly. The release of these DNA strands depends on the journey of each soul, it depends on the point where each soul is. Energy reaches everyone on the planet in the same way, but it does not react in the same way in all bodies on the planet. So don't compare yourself, don't watch what happens to your colleague. Fortunately, you do not have access to the point where each soul is. Imagine if you had a marker, who is more evolved, who is less evolved. If this were possible, those with high evolution would not be able to stay there, because the vibration of those who are lower would make them descend too. This is inherent to human beings, no matter how evolved you are, comparison with others is innate in you. The concern is always whether you are better or worse than the other. But by divine wisdom, you do not know. You may be suspicious because of that person's walk, but you don't really know where they are on the road. Only Father or Mother God and the beings of light can access this information. And depending on the merit of that soul, the actions carried out by that soul, those most meaningless obstacles will be removed from the path. Those obstacles that will not bring any benefit, will not bring any lesson, they are just there to get in the way. Then these obstacles are removed. That's why many people are starting to say that life is gradually getting better. This is exactly why, because these small unnecessary obstacles are being removed from the path, but this all depends on the journey of the soul. Let's say that each soul has an internal scale, in which positive actions accumulate on the right side of the scale, negative actions on the left side. And this is how that soul shows itself to the universe. I can guarantee each one of you that no soul has the plate on the left empty, because if that happens, this soul is already extremely evolved, as in the case of Sananda. He has no negative actions on the scale anymore, his soul has already been able to transmute everything wrong during the journey it has already taken. This is the case of Mary, this is the case of the Ascended Masters. Their journey on the positive side was so intense that the negative side became almost nil and there was no longer any weight on the scale. So this is how you create your journey. With each positive action, with each evolution, no matter how small, this plate on the right, the positive plate, is added. And if this plate starts to become extremely heavy in relation to the left side, proportionally, that value on the left side will be reduced. Until you reach a point where you are ready for ascension. So the concern now is not looking at others, not comparing them to others. Everyone has their own scale and it is certainly not you who see these values. So if you remain elevated, practicing good actions, practicing good thoughts, practicing good vibrations, the journey will certainly become lighter because you are doing what you are doing. We are not the ones who are going to encourage a lighter journey, it is you who are doing it. And by causing this lighter journey, we remove those obstacles. But because you achieved it, there is no privilege on our part at any time for anyone. There is no such thing. There is the walk of the soul, there is the posture of the soul. According to the posture of the soul, we do help. And it is on this point that we will now insist a lot. Start to lose this bad habit of comparing yourself to others. Each of you is a soul, with a lot of baggage on your back, whether on this planet or another, it doesn't matter, you all carry baggage. And at this moment, few are aware of the baggage they carry. So, how do you compare with others? Start looking at yourself in the mirror. Do not try to compare yourself in any way with others, all the concepts you learned about comparison are to make you inferior. The other is always more beautiful, the other is always better looking, the other is always better off, the other is always more balanced, you always place yourself in inferiority. Except those, whose ego is exploding at the top of their head. These, on the contrary, always think they are superior, poor things, they are the worst on this scale of development. So stop this bad habit of comparing yourself to others. Wow, so-and-so is up front. Well, so-and-so sees this, so-and-so hears that and I have nothing. You are so-and-so, do you trust what so-and-so says or is so-and-so just saying it to show off? So stop comparing yourselves, stop envying that other person who you know is actually further along the path, this only slows you down more and more. So stop with the comparison. Each of you is a soul, with a path as a road behind you, which may have been beautiful, may not have been beautiful, there is no judgment. What matters now is to start cleaning up all this mess that your soul has made. How to do this? Using forgiveness, this is the key to cleaning, there is no other way. So do it. Start unloading this load you carry back there. Each time you sincerely ask for forgiveness, the burden lessens. And I've said this here many times, it doesn't matter if the other person has given you forgiveness, what matters is that your request for forgiveness is synonymous with your understanding of what you did wrong, it is synonymous with a lesson learned, that is, pardon is equated and that's it, it's done, you've learned. That charge no longer exists. So stop worrying about others and look within. Look in the mirror. If you still don't have the ability to look at the past, at least look at your present life. What have you done that is not so good in this present life? Start getting rid of that, it's a first step. The moment now, we continue to repeat this over and over again, it's about looking inside, not looking outside, not looking at the other, it's inside. And this look inside cannot be judgmental, it is an extremely loving look. Now, it has to be a complete vision, accepting the error, understanding the error, and being sure that you will not make the mistake again. Affirm this to the universe. Then yes, you will be putting a stone on top of it. Ah, so it's that simple, I get rid of everything I did wrong. I would say it's not that simple, on the surface, it seems simple, but the universe knows exactly when you say, forgive me, and it does it from the heart, and it does it with understanding, and it does it with learning. If this is the case, the universe will truly accept your forgiveness. But if it's not, it's just lip service, forget it, it's all still there. So I want to remind you, time is passing and each energy that arrives with more force on this planet, squeezes you more so that all this dirt comes out. You can't hide anything anymore. And it's as if you were holding a glowing ball in your hands, in which the love you put into solving it, so that the ball doesn't burn your hands, will be the key to solving the problem, all with a lot of love. So the moment continues to be to look inside, forget your surroundings, forget who is next to you. Forgetting whether the person next to you is awake or not, this is their journey. Now what is very important, if you care about yourself, seek your path, move forward more and more, you emanate more and more of the light you receive. So what is the result of this? He who is around him receives his light, what is around you changes too, indirectly you are looking at you, but you are helping those around you. Now if you stop to look at yourself and everyone around you, everyone stays in the same place, because you don't go forward, because you only look at each other. So realize how important it is for you to look out for yourself, not for others. If you want to help others, help yourself first. Raise your quotients of light, and certainly those around you will receive more and more light. Think a lot about this.